Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zaid Meyer, lecturer in the Bachelor Informatic Engineering, Faculty Computer and Natural Science into Global Mandiri University. This occasion, I want to represent it about convolutional neural network analyze handwriting patterns and its relationship to personality. This is for the review paper, a systematical review. There are four parts. First of all, introduction, literature review, discussion, and conclusion and future work. There are many kind of the methodology for the human being life in this world to make the communication. Communication has become part of the human life in conveying information to run living system throughout the world. Handwriting is one of the many ways to communicate. Way for the people to communicate is through handwriting. Research has found that there are connections between psychological aspect and the brain. The relationship between psychological aspect and a person's brain toward handwriting can be reflected in personality structure known as the graphology. For the literature review, Lemos et al. There are stage, user, website, and handwriting analysis system. Personality prediction based on handwriting using machine learning. The first one, user put the data set and upload for the data for the image data to the platform using for the website platform, and handwriting analysis system. The processing is done on the image to remove noise and smooth them for better result in three different ways. And the first input image is converted to black and white because it has less inherent complexity. Training for the imaging processing, black and white with the contrast, noise removal and thresholding. Using for the convolutional neural network training for the filtering, pooling, and reloop. So test image input, image the processing. The third stage is image the pre-processing, namely by thresholding the image. The image is converted into a pixel array in which the threshold value in each pixel is calculated. In the third stage, training is carried out on the data set to create a model using the convolutional neural network. And for the Mulyanto et al., there are labeling of the images is done manually for each of the 53,764 handwriting image dataset stored in TXT file, consisting of 226 classes in the YOLO format. And the model that has been built in then trained it with the aim of getting a low loss value, so that the training loss in 1.6 and the validation loss is 5.2. Evaluation is done based on accuracy, precision, and recall. This image, there are pre-processing and segmentation, and then have the structure analyzed after the resizing for become 228 times 28, and have the learning CNN by feature extraction, convolution, and pooling. Make the identification and backpropagation. Right? CNN identification using for the feature extraction, convolution, pooling, and identification. So the structure and characteristic of the symbol were examined in order to determine a person's personality from handwritten images. Symbol analysis is classified using for the CNN method. This study extract margin, spacing between lines, spacing between word, dominant zones, and slant or slope feature, and certain letters. Testing with structure analysis was carried out using for the sample of handwriting, and the following result were obtained, namely with the features categories in the form of the margin. Space between lines, space between words, and percentages. This for the percentages 19%, 100%, 100%, and 82.5% and 82.5%. From this result, there are 17.5% with the slant feature and dominant full zone is identifying. The initial step taken was the collected data Indonesian handwriting. 102 labels were used to categorize personalities based on handwriting sample. In this case, for the first one, input image of data sets and make the data augmentation, have the rotation and translation, training parameter, and optimizer, particle swarm optimizing. This is for the network is training using for training data, and its performance is assessed using for the testing data following a series of the convolutional normalization, activation, and pooling operation that set input element to 0 with a given probability value, by default 50%. The signal is transmitted to dropout layer. And have the rotation and translation. Geometrical rotation and translation transformation are used to enhance the dataset in order to prevent overfitting during the training phase, and hence is employed. Particle swarm optimization enhance epoch, mini-batch, and dropout during Raponic training phase. Therefore, the maximum iteration is set to 10, the maximum velocity is set to 5, and the minimum is set to -5. For the particle swarm optimization was successful applied to Graponet. Increased accuracy to 71.88% compared to a LexNet accuracy of only 25%. This is my design step diagram. There are stages on handwriting detection completion, have the 5 stages, and each of the stage have the activity will be do. Yeah. In the first of all, data collection, input image, and pre-processing. In this stage, have the uploaded image and binarization, normalization, segmentation, and black for the white image. After these steps, will be continued to another stage. For the another stage is the continue for the fourth stage is feature extraction. The feature extraction baseline, slant, zone, margin size, pressure, stroke, spacing, and ladder is to become make the compare make one of the part to become analyze the detection for the handwriting pattern. And for the next stage is training and testing. Training and testing, image processing, noise for the noise removal, thresholding, filtering, and pooling, and reloop. And then in the next stage is the the fourth step in the stage is prediction. Using for the algorithm, because this for the CNN algorithm, so use for the CNN model, rule-based CNN model, and template matching. For the template platform, which one do you like to make the platform, and then the researchers can make a choice which one the platform will be suitable to make the analyze with the handwriting pattern. And the last stage in this step is output, best predict and accuracy. So this for my design, my the contribution in my literature review. So this aims to enable the researchers, make it easier for the researcher in analyze data using for the image data with the handwriting pattern. So as written is journal above, namely training loss, the final result is low, while the validation loss is high, and the third study identified one of the 10 certain letter classes with the aim of obtaining configuration to achieve high accuracy. The following is the prediction table obtained from the study with the conclusion that the accuracy is good or yes. For the literature 1, 2, 3, and 4 have the training data in the second column, testing data, accuracy and loss, and training validation for the last of the column in this table. Handwriting research using for the CNN. And the first literature is yes, have the training data and testing data, but not training validation loss. And for the second literature is just available for the training validation loss, and for the literature is training data, testing data, and training validation loss. Testing training accuracy and loss also. This for the complete for each of the table in the analysis for using for CNN. And then at the time of the training, with an average training of data of 100 epoch or about 7 to 10 minutes, will be doing for the epoch each of the experimental from the literature review, and labeling of the data set being training. Accuracy of the training reached 98.89%. So for the paper ID, for the literature review is Barata, Fatimah, Mulyanto, and Lemos. Have the training and testing data and more of the images for the data set is Barata have the 293 images for the data set, and for the Fatima have the 40 images, and for the Mulyanto 53,764. The Lemos there is no training testing data and images. So for the conclusion, according to the process outlined in the summarized diagram, handwriting analysis was used in the study to determine personality, to identify a person's personality right from the included photograph. The convolutional neural network method, which is used to develop the system, is anticipated to reveal a person's personality traits in the form of the percentage of to 98% or more. For the future work, modifying the amount of training data or conducting analysis by implementing deep learning with the aim of the achieving better classification accuracy is an interesting field as a future research topic. Thank you very much for the attention, and uh, and I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.